The Catchment Care project is installing a network of groundwater monitoring stations in the catchments in the border area of Ireland. They are being constructed so that groundwater can be monitored for decades to come. Groundwater plays a hidden but vital role in our catchments, supplying around 40% of all water in our rivers. There are only two ways to monitor the health of groundwater: at springs and by drilling boreholes.
The method of drilling that we're using here is dual rotary. It's an excellent way of creating a borehole very quickly. This is the hammer, and on the base you have tungsten carbide bits with exhaust holes for the air to come through. The steel casing goes down at the same time as the hammer. This continues until the steel casing goes through all of the overburden and reaches bedrock, and then it stops and the hammer continues on drilling in what's known as open hole.
Compressed air flushes through the bit and exhausts all chippings of water back up to the surface.
So groundwater is stored mostly in fractures in the ground. When the drill hits a fracture, the water is blown back up to the surface, and that's whenever we know that we've encountered groundwater. So we aim to get a borehole in the superficial material, which is above the bedrock, in the transition zone, which is the boundary between the superficials and the bedrock, and then also the deep bedrock, where you tend to get a completely different type of groundwater that's been in the ground for a lot longer. So once all three boreholes are completed, the headworks are finally done, and that's the bit that people will see at the surface.
The groundwater monitoring station is now ready for use. Groundwater level sensors are installed to monitor how the groundwater levels vary over time. Samples are collected 3 times a year to find out what is dissolved in the groundwater.
So far in this project, we've encountered some wonderful groundwater, and we've discovered amazing things that we never knew before about the groundwater beneath us. That's going to be really useful for the communities that we've put these monitoring stations in, because they'll now have the knowledge about the groundwater that's beneath them. If they ever need to use it in the future, then they can do that. But also it means that we're going to gain a fantastic understanding about the water quality in this area and how especially that supports the rivers that flow through this area as well.